As Ruth Lovestonet would say, it's my knitting, do what I want, whatever she says. Can't remember what she says now. But you know what I mean, if you watch Lovely Ruth, that's what she says. Something like that. Sorry, Ruth. Hello, welcome to episode 40 of that RowRow and Kades podcast. My name is Kelly, also known as RowRow and Kades, and you can find me on Instagram and YouTube. Welcome. This is a knitting and designing podcast from the northeast of England. Welcome. Why can't I get it right? Yeah, welcome. There's lots of new people here, and I actually finally got over 2k, and it's almost at 2010 subscribers now. So thank you so much. You're very, very welcome here, and yeah, it's really nice to have you. I'm very happy. And because of the 2k and also 40th episode, I've got a giveaway. So I'm going to sort the giveaway later on. So it'll be at the end of the episode. So if you don't want to watch all the rest of it and you just want the giveaway, you can skip to the end. I won't judge you. But yeah, that's where it's going to be. So, I will tell you about all the things I've been doing this week. Well, I can't actually. That's a big fat lie. I cannot tell you everything I've been doing this week because I've been doing secret things. But I can tell you most of it. Most of it. I have been doing some secret socks for a new magazine. Not a new magazine as in it's a new magazine, it's just new for me to work for them, if that makes sense. And I'm very, very excited to be working for them, but I'm not allowed to tell you anything just yet. So my finished objects this week, one of them was one that I had last week, but if you remember, it was blocking, and that is this cowl. So it was soaking wet and blocking, so I couldn't really show you it properly. And I need to be very careful because I've got lipstick on. And it's not for me, it is for a magazine. So this is a long type double wrap cowl. Right, hang on, get my head through here without getting lipstick on it. The turtle. So I can't properly see because it's quite sunny out today and it's like blinding me a little bit. So this probably looks an absolute state. Where's the... Yeah, it really does because I've got it inside out. But yeah, you get the drift. It's a double wrap cowl, keep you nice and warm and snug and... Yes. So this pattern is for the Wool Box, which is an online wool shop. It's quite new, and they've got some designers designing for them in their own wool, which is the Wool Box Imagine Classic. This is in, which is a DK. This is the red Rioja colourway, and this pattern is exclusive to the Wool Box. And I do believe that it's going to be like a free pattern when you buy from them, because they do that. When you buy from them, they'll send you a free pattern. And I think this is one of the patterns that is going to be that. So that lovely double wrap cowl, all ready for autumn when it comes around. I know we're only just hitting summer, so, you know. But yeah. There we go. So that, I think I've called it the entwined cowl, but this is my first commission with the Wool Box, so I don't know whether they change the name to something that's more suitable to them. But yeah, have to see. They're going in. It is going in the post this afternoon because I'm saying they because I have something else as well. that I also finished, and this is also for the wool box. So it's just a simple pom-pom hat that I finished for them. It's due, what am I talking about? It's knitted in a chunky yarn. It's their wool box chunky. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember the name. It's possibly raspberry, but I'm not 100%, so I will, I'll pop that on the screen somewhere, wherever I pop things on the screen these days. Yeah, I'll try it on for you. I've got my hair in a ponytail, hang on. I don't need to tell you that I've got my hair in a ponytail, do I? You can actually see that. So this will be in a couple of different sizes. But yeah, it's just a cute chunky pom-pom hat. Don't know how much you can see because I ain't looking. I was going to say, it's 21 degrees outside today, so 20 degrees, so it's not really the weather for a chunky pom-pom hat, but you know, I'll suffer for you guys. Yeah, so she's got these like cute eyelets going around, and then the crown is just stocking stitch crown, basically because the pattern is the same as the cowl, so it's like a free pattern going in when you buy something from the wool box, and because of that I need to keep it short, so I didn't pattern it into the crown, I just did a stocking stitch crown. What's going on? To keep it simple. So yeah, so those, I know I finished that cowl last week, but I just wanted to show you again where I could actually put it on and it wasn't all soggy and wet. But yes, this hasn't actually been blocked, but I don't know if I'm going to bother blocking it. And I think this is going to have 2 sizes. There's this one and a smaller version, because I have a massive head. So yes, I can't remember what I called this. I don't know, I can't remember. I will let you know, but again, exclusive to Woolbox. It will be a free pattern when you buy from them, but then I don't know whether it'll just be available on their site after they've stopped doing that. I don't know. I don't know the exact ins and outs of how it works, whether it will be available separately later, as with the cowl as well. But yeah, so there we go. So those are my finished objects this week. That hat literally took me an afternoon. Super fast. Chunky hats are so fast, aren't they? I think it was on 5.5mm needle. I have no idea what that is in the US. So I'll pop it down. So yes, those are my finished objects. Now my whips. So because I've been working on the hat, I can't make the cowl an excuse. I've been working on the hat. This shading is really weird today, isn't it? The shadows. Let me try and shut the curtain a minute. No, it's still there. It's my tripod, it's my camera. I don't really know how I can stop that then. Just not sit here. Stay over here. Yes, so what was I saying? I was working on the hat. It only did take an afternoon, I can't really whinge, but I've been working on some socks for another magazine and they've took up a lot of my time. I finished one of the socks and I'm almost at the heel. No, I've just started the heel of the second sock. So they've been taking up a lot of my time. I had to rip them out a couple of times as well because it's a design and you know, it's a given. So yeah, it took me a bit. Oh, needle was stuck to the Tommy sock. Right, so I was working on these for Terry, if you remember. I think I only had a bit of the cuff done last time you seen me. So I have just finished the gusset on this one. Are you going to focus on that? Oh, this shadowing's annoying me. It's not going to focus. They are literally just a 2x2 ribbed sock. So yeah, at that point I think I was only at the rib when you seen them, wasn't I? So they're not matching at all, which is how he likes it. So yeah, I've been plodding away on that. I haven't done that much on it, but I've been doing bits and bobs when I was like just wanting something simple. So they should be finished next time you see me, I would have thought. And they're on my prim needles. These, they're still going strong. To the point where I am thinking of replacing some of my needles with them. Not my chair goos, obviously, but other stuff. The socks that I've got for the magazine, that I've been knitting for the magazine, I was knitting them on my Knit Pro Symphonies. And I showed you a few weeks ago that they had come away from, I'll show you these. So the Knit Pro Symphonies that I had were coming out of the cord. They'd come off. So I bought some glue and I glued it back in and all was good. They were fine. And then I was knitting them and it was actually the sock that I'm designing for the magazine that I can't show you. And the stitches started to stick on the needle, but not in a way like, oh, because they're too warm. It was like catching on something. And when I looked, you know how symphonies are like, they're like the grains of wood, aren't they, going up into the needle, and they're all a different colour. One of them it would just poking up like this. And the needles, and I had to actually pick it off so that I could get the stitches past and then immediately get them off. Those needles. So those needles, those symphonies are now in the bin. So I think my days with wooden needles are over. I'll stick to metal and plastic prims. These socks are living in my Life Happened Knitting Helps bag from Kat at Textile Loves Annie. This was gifted to me a couple of weeks ago. And it's perfect just for like a little sock project. It just fits and it's all squidgy and nice. It's got the wool in there as well. So yeah, and the other sock. So it's got the other sock, the wool and the sock that's on the needles. All in there. There you go. So my Ranunculus. I cannot remember where I was last when we talked, but I have split for the sleeves. I don't think I had, I can't remember. I think I was close to, but I hadn't. So I have now split for the sleeves on it. And I'm about an inch underneath. However, I was saying before that I was worried about running out of yarn, and because it's a warm jumper, it's obviously not going to be a summer jumper. So I wanted like kind of sleeves to at least here, at least above my elbow. I wanted them just past my elbow really, but there's no way I've got enough yarn. And so what I decided to do was knit the body until I ran out of yarn and then start the second balls of yarn for the sleeves and see how long I can get them, and then go back to the body, and if it's a bit cropped that should be okay. But I ran out of the, so I'm using Truly Hooks Hosta. This is her sparkle sock base. You see that with stupid shadows. And then I've got her Suri in the same colour, Hosta. But look, so I was knitting until I ran out. That's how much Hosta I've got left from that ball. Hosta. That's how much sparkle sock I've got left. And this is the Suri. So the Suri is obviously a lot shorter than the sparkle sock. So what I might do, I'm just going to show you, this is, oh, hello, we're all in a mess. This is what I've got, plus that bit. So what I might do, I'm going to start the sleeves, but I think at least the edging is going to be just in this and not with the Suri. I really don't know. I'm really like starting to worry because I just don't have enough. And yarn chicken isn't fun, is it? It's really not. Anyone who thinks yarn chicken is fun likes living far too close to the edge than I do. I'm always a step back at least from the edge. So yeah, I'm getting a bit stressy about it, and it's kind of stopping me from knitting it because I don't want to get to a point where I just haven't got enough. I think I don't know. I was going to do the sleeves first. I don't want it majorly cropped. I won't wear it. There's more possibility of me wearing it short sleeved than of me wearing it cropped. So I wish you could just knit all three at the same time, do both sleeves and the body all at the same time. But that would be a big tangly mess, wouldn't it? So I'm not really sure what to do. Maybe knit the sleeves to above my elbow and then see what I can get from the body. And then if I'm happy with the body length and I've still got yarn, then maybe extend the sleeves. I might not cast them off, I might just put them on holders, get them to a length, put them on holders, then do the body and just try and like shimmy it until I'm happy with what I've got. But oh, it's stressful. Oh. So yeah, that's my ranunculus. I really want it, it's beautiful, it's absolutely beautiful, and this yarn is just stunning. I just don't feel like I have enough, and I don't have the budget to go and buy more. I just don't. This was an impulse purchase from Yarndale, and it was in her bargain bucket, so it was reduced anyway, but it still cost me like £45 for the 4, £48. I can't properly remember. It was my first purchase at Yarndale. It's stunning. I don't think she does the colour anymore. I haven't seen it anywhere. Talking of Truly Hooked, I do like Truly Hooked, and this is the first yarn I've ever had from her, and it's beautiful. The light is really annoying me. I'm going to move over a bit. Now you can see my pile of washing. Excuse my pile of washing. It's reality. Yeah, what was I saying? Yes, Truly Hooked. So this was my first yarn I ever got from Truly Hooked. Really, really like it. Really happy. And then she popped up an advent. Now I can't afford an advent. Every advent I've ever had I've won, or it's been like in collaboration. Like my Skein and the Stitch advent that I had was obviously in collaboration to do the beaded breast shawl, and I didn't have it like an advent. It was like just sent to me like, boomph, here you go. So I've never been able to buy an advent. I cannot afford them. We're a poor family of 4. It's just, an advent is out of my reach. But then Truly Hooked put up her advent, and she did an option where you can just get 10 gram minis rather than 20 gram minis, which is fine, and then you can pay it in 3 instalments. So the advent is only £65 because it's in 10 gram minis, and I can pay it over 3 bits. And I was like, that's perfect for me. And her colour, colourways is All Things Bright and Beautiful, and it's a circular fade, so day 1 will fade into day 24, which I think is lovely. So I'm very excited. I've finally been able to afford an Advent. So that was very nice of Verity from Truly Hooked. So my other things, I think she's still got orders open as well if anyone else is in the same position as me and thinks that that's doable. I think I paid, don't hold me to this, but I think I've paid £15 and then I pay two £25. Something like that. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because that's 65. And it looks stunning and her yarn is lovely and this light is really annoying me, so I'm going to try and figure it out. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I've had to shut my blinds, now they're waving around. They'll stop in a minute. I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. So I've done a little bit more work on my Athaeneum. Got this wrong so many times the other day, didn't I? Hang on. Right, it took me that long to find out anything. The curtains have stopped swaying. It's not curtains. It's blinds. I don't know why I keep saying curtains. Curtains for me. Yeah, I haven't had a drink yet. I need a drink. Just tea. Although something stronger would be nice right now, I think. I'm drinking Glow today, which is Twining's Glow. Just rip the tea bag out. Are you going to focus for me? Oh, you rubbish. No, it just says Glow. It's strawberry and something else that I always forget. I always go to say mint and I know it's not mint. I don't know. It's nice anyway. Athaeneum. I looked it up because I've been saying Athaeneum, but apparently it's Athaeneum. I looked it up on the old Google. Oh, come on, camera. What's the matter with you today? It's just not focusing on anything, is it? Well, Athaeneum. Here they are. I've been working on the Athaeneum socks. Yes, I haven't got too far. I can't remember where they were when you last seen them, but I've passed the gusset. I'm on the foot. Again, they're another one that I just plod through when I've got a bit of a minute. Yeah, they're a simple knit. I went to the cinema the other day to see the new Spider-Man film. It's cartoon. It's not Tom Holland or anything. It's about the Miles Morales Spider-Man, who's a Spider-Man from a different dimension. If you know about Marvel, you'll know all about the dimensions and the different Earths and everything else. If you don't, there's a Spider-Man on every single dimension, basically. And we've talked about dimensions before. Remember Kelly from the band in the other dimension? Well, that's if you watched my Ask Me Anything one. I'm waffling. Anyway, I went to the pictures the other day. It doesn't matter what I went to see. It was good if you're interested. It was a bit long. It was 2 hours 20. Well, 2 hours 19. My 7-year-old got very bored in the middle. But I never take knitting with me. And one of the reasons is that I never seem to have anything that's just, I can just sit and knit and not have to see and figure out where I am, read the lace or whatever. But I don't take knitting with me, and I'm not sure whether I ever would, because I don't know whether my 14-year-old would be extremely embarrassed if I'd just popped out my knitting and started knitting in the cinema. I don't know. But I never knit in public. So I do find it difficult to pull it out of the bag and start going, look at me. I don't know. It's out of my comfort zone. But yeah, and I was thinking that film was 2 hours and 20 minutes. I could have had them socks finished. I could have had Terry's socks finished. But instead, I just sat like this, watching a film, drinking a cup of tea. Maybe I should start taking my knitting to the cinema. Maybe I'll get get the bottle to do it next time. I don't know. Do you take your knitting to the cinema? Maybe I should. Anyway, again, I digress. I have a habit of this. My next whip is an actual new cast on. As Ruth Loves to Knit would say, it's my knitting. Do what I want. Whatever she says. Can't remember what she says now. But you know what I mean, if you watch Lovely Ruth, that's what she says. Something like that. Sorry, Ruth. Anyway, I cast on a new thing. Basically because in my Make 9 there is the Adventitious top. Thank you to everybody. When I announced my Make 9, I had no idea how to say that word. Like, I'd never seen it before in my life and was just like, Adventitious. Like, I had no idea. And everyone was like saying in the comments, it's Adventitious. That's how you say it. So thank you very, very much for educating me. So yes, I was thinking it's knitted in lace and it was on 2.75 needles, and the pattern is 2.75mm needles, which I will pop up in US because I don't know where it is. And I was sitting a few weeks ago and I was like, that is gonna take me like years to knit. Like, that's so small for a top. Like, what am I doing to myself? So I thought, you know what, let's just get it cast on, get started. And then you can just plod away at it in between everything else. Everything else is a lot of things, but I can plod away at it every now and again. But it's actually gone a little bit faster than I expected it to. Don't get your hopes up here, it's not like this big. No. So it turns out that Adventitious is a bottom-up top. This is something I really need to start looking at before I buy patterns. I don't. I just go, oh, that's nice. Ka-ching. Oh no, it's bottom up. I don't really like bottom up. But it's bottom up. One of the reasons I don't like bottom up is because the cast on just feels like it's ginormous. And like the gradual cast on to get to the bigger numbers when you finish a top is okay. But to start with that number is just a bit daunting. Don't know why, it just is. I know I'm not alone in that. I know Mackenzie said that she didn't like them for the same reason. Hi Mackenzie. Oh, I'm losing the plot. I'm losing the plot, guys. Right, so anyway, I cast it on and I got gauge. I couldn't get gauge on 2.75mm. I was quite happy about that. I ended up getting gauge on, I cannot see these, at 3.25mm, which is, have you got the US on there? It says 3, that's possibly the US size. I'm not 100%, but I think it probably is actually. So, if you've watched me for a while, you'll know that my mum bought me some yarn for Christmas the year before last. My mum doesn't really understand yarny things. She used to knit, but she just used to knit in acrylic and stuff. She doesn't really get it. I sent her a list of yarns that I liked on Etsy. She decided that she could get different yarn for the same sort of price. And she bought me nice yarn, don't get me wrong. She bought me Debbie Bliss Rialto lace. And since then, she's been saying, have you used that yet? And she won't buy me any more yarn ever again until I use it. She doesn't understand. So I thought I need to get something done in this lace. And probably in hindsight, I should have just held it double and knitted something that was a bit more reasonable. But I haven't. I've gone for the Adventitious. Anyway, for my size, it was a 400 stitch cast on, which nearly made me cry. I did, I got 350 done. You have to do a stretcher cast on. So I did Twisted German cast on. Is it Twisted German or is it German Twisted? Anyway, I don't want to insult any Germans. I don't know. Oh my god. Right, let's start again. I used Twisted German cast on. It is Twisted German, isn't it? German Twisted cast on. Twisted German cast on. I feel like I'm being insultive. I'm not, honestly. Anyway, I used a cast on that was stretchy. But you hold in your hand like this, and my hand really started to cramp up. And I got 250 and I was like, no, 350. And I was like, it's only 50, but I cannot do anymore. So I left it at that. And then a couple of days later, I cast on the other 50. And then it was like straight in with ribbing. And you know what, the first row of a cast on, it's always horrible, isn't it? My dog's like biting her legs. She's scratching. That's what you could hear. Yeah, that first row is always horrible, so I decided I was just knitting that first row. Just knit it, 400 stitches of hell. I'm not doing that, so I just knitted it. And then I started with the ribbon. So I've got this extra knit row, but you can't really see. And is that someone coming to my door? No, someone messing about outside. So yeah, so it's 2x2 rib, right? You see, you can't really see the knit row on the end, can you? And then you do like a different pattern. Sorry if you can hear that banging, that's my neighbour outside. It's like 4x4 and then it's got ones in it and stuff. And then I've just started the actual stitch pattern. So there's some twisted stitches and then there's some eyelets and yarn overs and knit two togethers, zip knits and things. And the sides are just knit. I'm showing you it the wrong bleeding way around because I can see that's pearls. So the right side is knits. And then in between, don't do that. In between is, yeah. You can hardly see it because I literally did 2 rounds of the patterning last night. Just so I had something to bleed and show you. I finished the rib last night and did 2 rounds of patterning. It actually didn't take as long as I expected it to do. I think 3.25mm needles helps. It doesn't feel so daunting now, but it's still lace. It's going to be very, very drapey and lightweight. I'm actually quite excited for it. But it's definitely going to be a project that is just picked up every now and again because it's got these panels of lace and twisted stitches going up the front and the back, and then either side of it is just knit, but that's going to keep it interesting rather than just stock and stitch. I think if it was just stock and stitch, I think I'd give up because it's going to be miles and miles, isn't it, being in lace weight. So yes, this is what my mum got me. It's very thin. Yeah, W Bliss Rialto lace. It's like a lilac-y colour. It's not a colour I would normally choose, really, for myself. I hope I suit it. I don't know if I do, but we'll see. If I don't, I could always give it to me mum and say thank you for the yarn. Here it is back. No, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, and I've got these stitch markers on there that Ange, my lovely friend Ange, bought me. Hi Ange. They're all these little sheepies. Please focus. Lots of little sheep wearing jumpers. They're all different. Oh, it's just not focusing today. I only know that I'm at the start of my round again because I have this little knot hanging down, so I know that that marker is the start of the round. Because because all the markers are the same. But yeah, so there we go. I've waffled about that for a very, very long time. I do apologise. My brain is just not the same at the minute. And I know it's a hormone thing, but it's just like all the time, and I'm sorry. I do apologise. It's not intentional for me to be a bit dizzy or lunatic, like. Even the dog's sick of me. Right, should we do the giveaway? Because I don't think I've got anything else to tell you, knitting wise. So yes, right, so it is my 40th episode of the podcast, and I also finally got to 2,000 followers. I got very close last year when I did the Stephen West Cowl, my follower count, because I did like a weekly video of the Cowl, and my follower count went woof. But then people dwindled off when they realised I wasn't actually their cup of tea, which is fine. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I get that. Don't know why, but apparently I'm not. Yes, I finally hit 2K. It took me a long time, but it's amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for clicking the subscribe button. I went onto Instagram and did a very icky post that I don't like doing, asking if anybody would like to donate anything to the giveaway, and I would obviously receive like promotion and everything from me for entering, like not entering, for donating. So, and I did get some people want to add some things. So I'm going to show you. First up, I have Katie from Songbird Handmade. I'm going to do this and pop some stuff up here. She is donating 3 patterns of your choice. Now, Katie is quite a new designer. She's had 7 patterns out. So to give away 3 is amazing. And she's got some really lovely patterns. I've knitted a few of them. I also have, I think I have pretty much all of them in my Ravelry library. I do like her designs. So yes, these are all Katie's designs popping up, and you can choose 3 of those and she will give you a code for Ravelry. Or I'm sure if you don't use Ravelry, she will get them to you, like email them to you or whatever, but she will sort that out. So yes, thank you very much to Katie. So Katie is going to be donating 3 patterns. Then we have lovely Nicola from Tea Cake Makes. Excuse me, I'm in a box. I'm not in a box, but now Katie donated the most beautiful stitch markers and project bag and notions bag. So this is the notions bag. It's one of those. So inside it's got purple dotties. It's like, you know when your granddad has a coin purse? It reminds me of one of them, but I really like it. It's really sweet. It's got a little flat bottom. And the project bag to match. So this is purple dotties inside. I don't think there's a pocket. No, there's her lovely label inside though. And this is a drawstring bag. It's got these lovely like leathery cables on it. I don't know how much of that you can see because my camera's been a big poo head today. But it's really beautiful. Now with the bag, it's got this tab on it with a key fob. I'm going to put it around like this. And you get this really pretty dragonfly stitch marker on there. Oh, please focus, camera. I hope that's focused. It looks like it is. Just in case, I'll pop pop it on my finger. So the dragonfly stitch marker comes there, but also she's sent in the rest of the set to go with the dragonfly. So you get a flower, a bee and another flower. Isn't that gorgeous? So they are from Nicola from Tea Cake Makes. So you'll get those. The 3 patterns from Katie. My brain is starting to disintegrate again. And then lovely Cat from Dexter Loves Annie has also sent me another one of these for you guys. So there is no such thing as too much yarn, which is very, very true. Tell my mum. So like I said, these have a really lovely zip on them. They've got the carry handle, so you can carry it as you're knitting, which is also removable. And this is what I've got my socks in. So they do fit a sock in there. Or you could use it as a notions pouch or a needles pouch. So yeah. So those are the prizes. Oh, and then there's me. I am actually giving you something. So I'm giving 3 patterns of your choice. I'll pop some more patterns up, but you've seen them all, haven't you? Well, you should have if you start watching this. So 3 patterns of your choice, and also I'm going to give 3 stitch markers of your choice from my Etsy shop. I'll pop some of them up, so you could choose the beaded ones if you wanted to. If the beaded ones aren't your fang, you can choose any of the others, as long as I've got them in stock when the giveaway is drawn. So yes, so this is what you can win, plus all the patterns and the stitch markers and these stitch markers. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. To enter the giveaway, you just need to leave a comment below. Just leave a comment below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, to this channel, and leave a comment below, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. And yeah, good luck. And I will draw it next episode, episode 41. So that's 2 weeks from today. And we'll draw the winner. And there we go. So acquisitions, I haven't actually got any acquisitions to show you, other than lovely Nicola from Tea Cake Makes had sent the bag in for the giveaway. My brain is just, it keeps happening. I'm really sorry, guys. She sent it in, that one for the giveaway, but she also sent me one as well, which is just amazing. So she sent me the notions pouch with the little granddad coin purse snap bit. I love it. They also have a little hook on these, so you can hook things onto them. So I've got this lovely blue one, and she sent me this project bag, which is the drawstring, her lovely logo inside. And my stitch marker on mine is a tape measure. So these are available in a shop as well, if you don't win. Oh, there we go. And then my stitch markers are these ones. How cute are they? So thank you so much, Nicola, because it's just blew me away that anyone can be that lovely. It's just so nice. So thank you very, 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 very much. So that was I think that's the only acquisition. I got this fortnight. I don't think I've had any I've had yarn deliveries, but it's been for magazine stuff, so it's not like stuff I've ordered. I can show you. I can show you some crinkly yarn. I got this pure Bo Peep Pure, which is West Yorkshire Spinners, and this is the, is it Dandelion? Yes, Dandelion colourway, which is pretty. That's for a hat I'm going to be doing. I can't tell you any more than that. I've got other stuff, but I can't really show you it at the minute because it's all in really crinkly bags. But that's all for magazines, so you will see it eventually anyway. And I think that's it. I do have one more thing to tell you about, which is the Tour de Fleece. I did put up a community post the other day, but just in case you didn't see that, the Tour de Fleece is a thing that's run by Ravelry. It's like in conjunction with the Tour de France, and people, it's because it's, you know, Tour de France is bikes and it's a wheel spinning around, and so Tour de Fleece is all the spinners get together, spin their wheels and spin lots of yarn. And there's different challenges and things. I'm not a spinner, I don't have a spinning wheel, I've never spun. I have a drop spindle, I've never used it. Like, I'm not a spinner. So I'm not part of the actual gang, but I am around. Basically, there is some lovely girls on my Discord who've decided to start up a group to do Tour de Fleece. It starts on the 1st of July, so it's next week. And they're called the Sonwockie Spinners, which Sonwockie is our name for our knit night when we just sit and chat on Discord while we're doing our knitting. Sonwockie stands for Secret Society of Nerds Who Carry Yarn. You don't have to be part of the Sonwockie group to be part of the Sonwockie Spinners. This is a mouthful. You don't have to come to the knit night or anything to be part of it. You do need to join the Discord to be part of it. When you join the Discord now, there is a little robot called Dino who will pop up, and he will tell you, he'll give you links to click to get you into the right place. So if you are joining as a spinner, he will give you the link that takes you straight to where you need to be to introduce yourself to the other spinners. It's only a little group. I think there's 4 of them at the minute, 5. I think there's 5. Yeah, and they're going to sign up to Ravelry and get themselves going and do the challenges, and it's just very relaxed. Just if you wanted to push yourself with your spinning, or if you just wanted to join in, if you wanted to have a reason to be spinning, not that you need a reason to be spinning, but if you wanted to have a reason to spin like a certain amount or whatever, it's just that kind of thing. So everybody is welcome. Everyone's welcome to the Discord anyway. You don't have to be spinning. You can just come and cheer them on if you want. It's fine. I will drop the link below for the Discord channel, and like I said, Dino will send you in the correct direction for where you want to be, if you're joining as a spinner, or if you just join in as a normal member, or whatever you want to do. So there we go. So yes, if you are looking for a team for Tour de Fleece, then come on over and join the Sonwockie Spinners. And that is it. That's all I've got to tell you. And I think I've waffled for a long time. Okay. Right, so I will see you in a couple of weeks. The giveaway will be drawn then. I'll hopefully have a bit more to show you. Okay, so have a lovely rest of your day. And I'm sorry about all the shadowing this week. I don't really know what's going on. I don't really want to move again. I think I've been in every room of the house now. Yes, so I'm going to shoot off. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in a couple of weeks.